Afterword. I am not against any religion, preacher, politics, politicians, or even any country. I am also not against the tradition and beliefs our preachers or parents teach us as rituals and ceremonies. Religion originates from the Latin word religare. It means to connect, which suggests that every religion is a collection of beliefs and practice aimed at connecting or uniting every aspirant to the divine power. Re means back and ligare meaning to bind. The sacred rules that bind our soul to the God. Therefore, religion is our binding in the form of faith, belief, and worship of the divine. The pros of religion. Preachers of different faiths and their places of worship have proved to be important stepping stones. We learn the basic moral values to make us ready for our spiritual journey to seek the divine. The world would still be a wild, vicious jungle if not for the practice of regular religious rites, rituals. Preachers and pundits of all religions have kept the flame of faith alive since ancient times, regardless of the dangerous difficulties they had to face. We are encouraged to listen to study the religious scriptures and rituals for knowledge as practice for generations. After the knowledge, only then comes the desire to seek the divine, or our sixth element. The narration of religious fables and the traditions have molded our minds to be God-fearing. If not for the preachers, statue worship, or a straightforward approach to divinity in the form of an idol would never have become an integral part of our lives. Preachers have played the pivotal role of moral spiritual advisors for centuries. Our TMCs are the primary spiritual schools which prepare the next generation to become future moral citizens and responsible leaders. The cons of religion. It defies logic that preachers are the only link to God. God is not a trader, so the bargaining theory of no sacrifice, no positive result does not make sense. Messenger and avatars of God are physically sitting up in the sky, watching and willing to provide us divine protection, but on specific conditions. It is our moral obligation to glorify them on earth at all cost. We should be ready to forcibly spread our religion and use violence and even kill to make our deity look superior. Non-believers of our faith are our mortal enemies. After reading these confused pros and cons of religion, there is a dire need for basic moral principles which promote unity and peace. These moral tenets should be made available to every caste, class, creed, race, gender, and country. But before we take steps to discuss and implement those fundamental moral principles for the youth, is it not necessary to understand why are they needed? The demands and expectations of our societies from the next generation or today's millennials are enormous. The youth is expected to be competent in several aspects of life, from academics to sports. He is supposed to be well behaved while also not surrendering to readily available addictive drugs, television, or the latest gadgets. The next generation has to deal with their parents' and families' expectation, handle peer pressure, and reconcile with their personal needs and ambitions. Opportunities have increased for them to decide which particular deity or religion they would want to follow. They have to learn and decide what truly matters and what their spiritual strength and weaknesses are. Are they willing to keep blind faith in multiple physical God or their scriptures? They are on a journey of life in which they have to equip themselves to deal with the pressure and stress around them and hopefully achieve the ever-elusive mirage of happiness. The youth can attain maturity and again gain wisdom by upholding the moral values of the 4 Ds, that is, dignity, devotion, dedication, and discipline. Like education, it is our fundamental right to have equal opportunities to seek the concept of divinity, physical or spiritual. Moral and not material values should become the main staple of humanity. This will then offer the next generation choices, opportunities, and possibilities to avail of a simple and easy method to ensure an early start in their peaceful journey to seek the inner spiritual God. These unifying principles can stem from the common sixth element. As this divine understanding sinks in, a self-imposed humble attitude and a moral code of disciplined conduct can quickly become the foundation for the youth. Parents can teach these moral tenets in the privacy of their homes. Diversity is a proven fact of societies. History has proved that religious prophets, messengers of God, preachers of the modern world, were born in different eras of time, geographical continents, religious, and political backgrounds. They were all influenced by the prevailing tradition and circumstances and the norms and the nuance of that time. But still, most of them preached the same core belief of love and unity. Diversity of religion is seen in history, affecting gender, culture, linguistic, and ethnic differences. What was right in that era and time may have evolved to something else as time and generation have changed. That is why continuous guidance and support is needed to overcome inequalities and harness benefits from all faiths. A mature attitude can treat this diversity as a positive element rather than an obstacle to mutual peaceful tolerance and acceptance of other religions and country. As an overall principle, humans should stop monopolizing God as their personal property and invite everyone to benefit from their wisdom. Knowledge and love are commodities that never decrease but only increases upon sharing. If taught correctly, these unifying tenets would lay a strong foundation for a just, equal, and harmonious society for the next generation. In modern times, it is of utmost necessity to develop terrorism and nuclear threat-free planet Earth. Nobody on Earth is ready for another Nagasaki and Hiroshima type of catastrophe. This can set back civilization and human progress for centuries to come. Forcible dominance can lead to a deep hatred among religion. This will be like a ticking bomb ready to explode. Religious peace-based progress is the need of modern time, and spiritual awakening through knowledge of the divine sixth element is a key to seek and achieve peace. Swami Vivekananda, an Indian philosopher, way back in his speech in 1893 in Chicago, USA, echoed similar thoughts by comparing various religions as different streams that eventually end up in the vast divine oceans. He repeatedly talked about accepting the diversity of faiths and urgently appealed for a peaceful coexistence with a mutual tolerance initiated by all faiths. He hinted at the concept of one planet Earth, one human race, and demysticized spirituality to promote and celebrate diversity. His theory was that we are one humanity with the same fundamental aspiration for mutual respect and dignity, acceptance, and living together for inner and outer peace. The Hindu philosophy integral principle is Vasudhaiva Kutumba, or the whole world is one human family. Following this one human family theory, any religion or country can make spiritual progress and feel the blissful harmony and peaceful tolerance around themselves. In the face of all concerns, this spiritualism in Asia, worldwide, has a calling and a moral responsibility to act for peace, justice, and unity amid diversity. Tolerance and understanding among various spiritual faiths have become imperative to promote world peace. Religions should unite, never divide. Joke time! The perfect husband. A husband shopping mall was inaugurated in the city. As per rumors, ladies could just enter and choose husbands from 5 floors in the mall. The only condition was that ladies could only go up and not down the floors. So a group of elite ladies decided to try this unique husband shopping mall. As they arrived on the first floor, they saw a sign. The first floor sign said, "These men have regular jobs and love kids." Ladies, that is good, but let us see what is on the second floor. The second floor sign said, "These men are handsome, have high-paying jobs, and love kids." Ladies, this is better, but there must be something more better upstairs. So they went up. The third floor sign said, these men are handsome, have high-paying jobs, love kids, and help with household chores. Ladies, wow, very tempting, but there is something much better upstairs. So they went up again. The fourth floor sign said, these men are handsome, have high-paying jobs, love kids, help with household chores, and are rich and romantic. Ladies, oh dear, just think of the perfect husband who must be waiting for us on the last floor. So eagerly they climbed to the 5th floor. The 5th floor said sign, "There is no one here. This floor is just to prove that ladies are impossible to please. So, ladies, please proceed to the exit door."